நீங்கள் பார்த்து கொண்டிருப்பது உங்கள் RSKV யூடியூப் சேனல்.
Hello everyone, this is Ministerial staff, paper 1, Precis and drafting, which was given in the year 2019. Maximum marks 100, time 2 hours. Question 1 is compulsory. Attempt any 3 from the remaining questions. In case of any doubt, the English version shall be taken as authentic. Where assessment year is not mentioned, it may be taken as assessment year 2020-21. In case of any other doubt, make suitable assumptions and highlight the same in your answer. Question number 1. Write a precise of the following passage within brackets in 140 words approximately. Also give a suitable title. The same dynamics are likely to spoil any nationalist antidote to the third existential threat of the 21st century, technological disruption. As we saw in earlier chapters, the merger of infotech and biotech opens the door to a cornucopia of doomsday scenarios ranging from digital dictatorships to the creation of a global useless class. What is the nationalist answer to these menaces? There is no nationalist answer. As in the case of climate change, so also with technological disruption, the nation state is simply the wrong framework to address the threat. Since research and development are not the monopoly of any one country, even a superpower like the USA cannot restrict them by itself. If the US government forbids genetically engineering human embryos, this doesn't prevent Chinese scientists from doing so. And if the resulting developments confer on China some crucial economic or military advantage, the USA will be tempted to break its own ban, particularly in a xenophobic dog-eat-dog world. If even a single country chooses to pursue a high-risk, high-gain technological path, other countries will be forced to do the same because nobody can afford to remain behind. In order to avoid such a race to the bottom, humankind will probably need some kind of global identity and loyalty. Moreover, whereas nuclear war and climate change threaten only the physical survival of humankind, disruptive technologies might change the very nature of humanity and are therefore entangled with humans' deepest ethical and religious beliefs. While everyone agrees that we should avoid nuclear war and ecological meltdown, people have widely different opinions about using bioengineering and artificial intelligence to upgrade humans and to create new life forms. If humankind fails to devise and administer globally accepted ethical guidelines, it will be open season for Dr. Frankenstein. When it comes to formulating such ethical guidelines, nationalism suffers above all from a failure of the imagination. Nationalists think in terms of territorial conflicts lasting centuries, while the technological revolutions of the 21st century should really be understood in cosmic terms. After 4 billion years of organic life evolving by natural selection, science is ushering in the era of inorganic life shaped by intelligent design. In the process, Homo sapiens itself will likely disappear. Today we are still apes of the hominid family. We still share with Neanderthals and chimpanzees most of our bodily structures, physical abilities, and mental faculties. Not only are our hands, eyes, and brains distinctly hominid, but so are our lust, our love, anger, and social bonds. Within a century or two, the combination of biotechnology and AI might result in bodily, physical, and mental traits that completely break free of the hominid mold. Some believe that consciousness might even be severed from any organic structure and could surf cyberspace free of all biological and physical constraints. On the other hand, we might witness the complete decoupling of intelligence from consciousness, and the development of AI might result in a world dominated by super intelligent but completely non-conscious entities. What has Israeli, Russian, or French nationalism got to say about this? In order to make wise choices about the future of life, we need to go way beyond the nationalist viewpoint and look at things from a global or even cosmic perspective. Within brackets 40 marks. Answer. Title to be given is Technological Disruption. Technological disruption is an existential threat of the 21st century. Infotech and biotech have led to digital dictatorship and a useless society. Technological disruption cannot be handled by superpowers like USA and China single-handedly. Humankind needs global identity and loyalty to prevent this. Technologies can change the very nature of humanity. Bioengineering and AI are being used to upgrade humans and create new life forms. Science is ushering an era of inorganic life by intelligent design. This can spell disaster without globally accepted guidelines. Technological revolutions need to be understood in cosmic terms beyond nationalistic confinement. A combination of biotechnology and AI might change the body, mind, and physical traits of human beings. Consciousness might be severed from any organic structure. AI might result in super intelligent but non conscious entities. For the future of life, we need to look beyond a national viewpoint to a global or even cosmic perspective. Question number 2. You are working in the office of the assessing officer within brackets ACIT. The case of Measures XYZ Company for assessment year 2019-20 was selected for scrutiny under Section 143(3) of the Act. During the course of assessment proceedings, the assessing officer noticed that during the year under assessment, the assessee Measures XYZ had taken cash loan of Rs 20 lakhs in contravention of provision of Section 269SS of the Income Tax Act, and the assessment order was finalized. The assessing officer has to inform the range head for initiation/imposition of penalty under Section 271D of the Act. You have to draft a letter on behalf of the assessing officer to be sent to the range head for initiation/imposing the penalty under Section 271D of the Act. Within brackets 20 marks. Answer. Office of the Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle A1, Room number AA, Central Revenues Building, IPSK, Delhi. F number ACIT/Circle A1/2021, dated. Below that, 2. The Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, Range E, New Delhi. Below that, Sir. Subject, request to initiate penalty under Section 271D of the Income Tax Act 1961 regarding. Kindly refer to the above mentioned subject. It is submitted that the case of Measures XYZ Company for assessment year 2019-20 was selected for scrutiny under Section 143(3) of the Act. During the course of assessment proceedings, it is noticed that the assessee Measures XYZ had taken cash loan amounting to Rs 20 lakhs during the year under consideration in contravention of the provision of Section 269SS of the Act. As the assessee Measures XYZ has violated the provisions of Section 269SS of the Act, hence the penalty proceedings under Section 271D of the Act may be initiated in this case. Submitted for perusal and kind consideration. Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle A1, New Delhi. Question number 3. You are working in the office of the assessing officer within brackets ACIT. The case of Sultan Singh, assessee, for assessment year 2019-20 was selected for scrutiny. The assessee is engaged in the business of builders and developers and having its registered office in New Delhi. His books of accounts are audited. During the course of assessment proceeding, the assessing officer noticed that during the year under assessment, he had taken loan of Rs 1 crore for business purpose from Mr. Radesh Shyam and wanted to verify its genuineness. Mr. Radesh Shyam is resident of A1, Gully number 10, Paharganj, Delhi. You have to draft a summon under Section 131 of Act on behalf of the assessing officer, calling for the books of account, etc., and enforcing the personal attendance of Mr. Radesh Shyam to ascertain the genuineness of the loan. Within bracket 20 marks. Answer. Office of the Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle A1, Room number AA, Central Revenues Building, IPSK, Delhi. F number ACIT/Circle A1/2020-21, dated. 2. Sri Radesh Shyam, A1, Gully number 10, Paharganj, Delhi. Subject. Summons to assessee or witness under Section 131 of the Income Tax Act 1961. Whereas your attendance is required in connection with the proceedings in the case of Sri Sultan Singh, assessment year 2019-20 under the Income Tax Act, you are hereby required to attend the office of undersigned personally on 15/10/2020 at 11:30 a.m., thereby to give evidence and to produce the books of account or other documents specified below, and not to depart until you receive my permission to do so, without prejudice to the provisions of any other law for the time being in force. If you intentionally omit to so attend and give evidence or produce the books of accounts or other documents, a fine up to rupees 10,000 within brackets rupees 10,000 only in number in name for each default or failure shall be imposed upon you under section 272A(1)(c) of the Act. Assistant Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle A1, New Delhi. Document or information to be produced. Point number 1, personal disposition. Point number 2, ITR filed by you for assessment year 2019-20 and assessment year 2018-19. Point number 3, ledger of loan taken / given by you for financial year 2017-18 and financial year 2018-19. Point number 4, bank passbook pertaining to financial year 2017-18 and financial year 2018-19. Question number 4. You are working in the office of the ranger. A mid-year performance review of your range has been conducted by the principal CIT, and it was observed by him that quantum of cash collection out of arrear and current demand was much less than the allocated target. Please draft a letter on behalf of the ranger to be issued to the assessing officers working under the range, instructing them about measures to be taken for achieving the targets of cash collection for the year. Within brackets, 20 marks. Answer: Office of the Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, Range ABC, Room number XYZ, 3rd floor, Central Revenue Building, IPSJ, New Delhi 111002. F number Additional CIT / Range ABC / 2019-20 to the right date. Below that, 2. All AOs, Range ABC, New Delhi. Below that, subject: mid-year performance review with respect to shortfall in cash collection out of arrear and current demand. Regarding, please refer to the subject cited above. In this regard, it is informed that a mid-year performance review of this range has been conducted by the PCIT. It was observed that quantum of cash collection out of arrear and current demand was much less than the allocated target. You are directed to provide the details of cash collection made during this quarter and reason of shortfall along with measures to be taken by you to achieve the target within stipulated time. Accordingly, all AOs are directed to provide the details of cash collection made in the following format within 3 days. Serial number, name of the assessee, PAN, cash collection out of current demand, cash collection out of arrear demand, reason of shortfall, measures to be taken. Kindly treat it the most urgent. Additional Commissioner of Income Tax, Range XYZ, New Delhi. Question number 5. You are working in the office of the assessing officer. The ITR of Shri X assessee for assessment year 2019-20 has been selected for limited scrutiny. The specified reason for selection for scrutiny were: point number A, unusual amount of cash deposits in bank account and extraordinary increase in turnover during the demonetization period. Point number B, he had carried out transactions through National Multi-Commodity Exchange during the financial year 2018-19 and earned net profit of Rs 2,50,000, which has not been declared in the return of income. Please draft a letter under Section 142(1) of the Income Tax Act 1961 on behalf of the assessing officer to be issued to the assessee, calling for the relevant details. Within brackets, 20 marks. Office of the Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle ABC1, Room number XXX, SIA Building, IPSJ, New Delhi. To the left, F number DCIT / Circle ABC1 / 2020-21. To the right, dated. Below that, to Shri X 121, Mayapuri, New Delhi. Below that, subject: questionnaire under Section 142(1) of the IT Act for assessment proceedings for assessment year 2019-20 regarding assessment proceedings in this case, which was selected for limited scrutiny for assessment year 2019-20, is pending with the undersigned. The reasons for selection of your case are as follows. Point number 1. Unusual amount of cash deposits in bank account and extraordinary increase in turnover during demonetization period. Point number 2. You had carried out transactions through National Multi-Commodity Exchange during financial year 2018-19 and earned net profit of Rs 2,50,000, which has not been declared in the return of income. In order to complete the assessment proceedings, you are requested to comply with the following. Point number 1. Copy of audit report, profit and loss account, balance sheet with complete notes. Point number 2. Ledger of all trade executed by you with National Multi-Commodity Exchange during the year under consideration. You are requested to submit your reply within 5 days from receipt of this questionnaire. Fresh notice under Section 142(1) of the Act is enclosed. Deputy Commissioner of Income Tax, Circle ABC 1, New Delhi. Thank you.